Alan's not going to find it very funny, Seth. Especially when he finds out the Woolpack's still knee-deep in workmen.
Well, that's a joke, isn't it?
Letter arrived for you this morning, Seth.
Oh, great. I bet it's for insurers.
Going on quite well, innit? I've got a greeting to put up.
I didn't think you'd be into welcoming them back. Not the way your Viv felt about the wedding.
Well, life's too short for all that feuding, innit? Time to be building bridges, I think.
Well, you're not going to do it with that.
It's a bit near the knuckle, isn't it? I mean, think about Shirley.
Yeah, tact was never my strong point.
Better make sure you're not the one that tells Alan what he's coming home to, then.
Well, none of us want to do that, eh? You go spare.
I don't believe it.
What are they paying you for the loss of your house, Seth? 60 grand?
70?
100 grand? No. They're not paying up.
I'll get him, Mum. I promise. Come on, Michael. Don't want you late for work.
Sorry. Wanted to visit Mum's grave. Hey, Eric's planning a memorial bench for her. Nice thought. We don't want anything from him. If it weren't for him, she'd still be alive now.
Where the hell have you been? We said 8:30, Elsa, and I've been waiting since then.
I'm sorry, I got held up, things to do.
Why isn't Alice with you?
I decided not to bring her.
What? That's what this meeting is supposed to be about. Well, she's all right, isn't she?
She's fine.
Well, who's looking after her?
A friend of mine.
Right, well, come on then, back to your place. Look, I want to collect her. That's all I came for.
Well, she's not at my place. And before you ask, I've no intention of telling you where she is.
You can't go on behaving like this.
You're the one that's behaving badly. And if you carry on, I'll be out of that door now.
Why did you even bother turning up?
I came here to talk. But if you're incapable of handling it in a civilised manner, then we might as well leave it to the solicitors. That's better.
I want Alice back.
Yes, I know. And I want her with me. I imagine that's what we're here to discuss.
There's nothing to discuss. She belongs with me.
That's not a matter for you or me to decide. It's up to the court. So why don't you calm yourself down, get us some tea, and we'll talk about it.
You can't say it's affecting his work here. He's a good farmhand, one of the best.
Yeah, it's also a head case. Look, he's already hit Eric Pollard in public once. Now, if Pollard had gone to the police, Michael could have been back inside.
Yeah, but he didn't. It'll all blow over.
Will it? You know, Michael.
Okay, he's a bit headstrong sometimes, but there is another side to that. Not many people would have dived into that river after Robert. Now, we'll always owe him for that.
And he's promised to go and see Dr. McAllister. I'm sure he'll be able to calm him down a bit.
Yeah, well, I hope you're both right. Come on, got work to do.
I'll see you later.
Morning, Frank.
Morning. You and Sarah got a minute?
I'll wait by the Land Rover.
Okay. It's about the farm shop.
Yeah, well, we really haven't thought about it too much. We've had a lot on.
Well, I'm not rushing you, but I really do want to try and organise it. Holiday Village is going to start filling up at Easter, you know.
So if we want to catch the seasonal trade, we need to get a move on.
Yeah, and start thinking about your stock. They're not big kitchens in the cabins, but self-caterers just want to cook something simple.
So eggs, butter, milk, cheese?
Yeah, a few veg, nothing too fancy. Bread always sold out in the old shop before lunch, and that was just a crude white slice. Something a bit, farmhousey. Get yourself a deal with the local baker, you've got yourself a mint.
So it's con the tourists, is it?
Supply and demand, Jack. You make a few bob, they go away happy. Where's the harm in that?
Okay, it's not that that's worrying me. It's finding the capital to finance it.
We still have a cash flow problem.
How much do you need?
A couple of thousand at least.
I could give you a start-up loan if you like.
Look, we weren't asking for a loan.
I know that, Jack, but it's in my interest. I want to get this thing off to the best possible start, and that means getting you and Sarah aboard as quickly as possible. Okay?
Sounds fine to me. What sort of interest were you thinking of charging us?
Since we're obviously never going to agree about rights, I think it's best if we leave the law to decide that.
I don't think the law says you can just kidnap a child when it takes your fancy.
I did what I had to. I've got a solicitor now. I'm applying for custody, going through the proper legal channels.
You'll never get it.
My solicitor thinks I've got a good case. I'd do anything to hold on to Alice. But the way things have turned out, we've got plenty of reasons to put forward.
Like what?
That's between me and my solicitor.
Another load of lies, I expect, Elsa.
I don't need to lie, Nick. I can prove that I can give Alice a better, more stable home environment, and that's all the court's going to be interested in.
Just hang on a minute, I've not finished yet.
No, but I have. And please don't bother to call me again. From now on, we only talk through solicitors. Goodbye, Nick.
Nice welcome.
Bit vulgar, isn't it?
Oh, don't be such an old stick in the mud. Give me this one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
Good honeymoon? I bet you didn't get out of the hotel room much.
Well, we did a fair bit of sightseeing, didn't we?
Oh, good to get home for the rest of it.
Yeah, it was an early flight, so, you know, if you'll excuse us.
Oh, no. Don't go in there.
Why ever not?
Tell him, Joe.
Well, the thing is, Alan, what you've got to do is carry the bride over the threshold, haven't you?
What?
Yeah, come on.
It's traditional.
Oh.
Don't you like keeping up old traditions?
Well, yes, but
Oh,
I mean...
it's a lovely idea, Alan. Well, why don't you take a picture?
Sure.
It'll finish the roll-off just nice.
I'm not too sure about this, Shane.
Oh, nonsense. You never know, we might get the picture in the Courier. I mean, we could do with the publicity when the pub reopens.
Alan, come on.
Actually, while you're doing that, Alan, there is something that we ought to mention.
What?
Well, I know you expected all the work to be finished, so you could open the pub again
just
when you
take the
got back.
photo, will you?
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Oh, you've told him then. Doesn't look like he's took it too well. Are you still selling alcohol in that shop of yours?
Yeah. Well, just as well, really, isn't it? I mean, you won't be selling much, not with your place crawling with skeletons and archaeologists. Have I put my foot in it?
Yeah. Look, Alan, come back to Emmerdale, sit down with a nice cup of tea and we'll tell you all about it. Come on.
Can I have a word, Shirley? I might be able to get back in his good books.
Why should they listen to her, Kathy? She walked out on her own daughter.
It's the future they're going to be concerned with, not the past.
What are you saying, that I can't look after Alice as well as Elsa can?
No, but she's going to try and make it look like that, she and that solicitor of hers. There could be a lot of mudslinging.
I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, they'll probably make a lot out of the fact you haven't got anywhere permanent to live now Demdike's gone. You know, you have just got out of hospital.
What are you trying to say? That was some homeless loony who can't look after his kid?
Well, they might be a bit more subtle than that, but I reckon that'll be the message, yes.
Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? Well, then I don't stand a chance.
Oh, yes, you do, but you'll have to fight Elsa at her own game. Start slinging some mud back.
I suppose so.
The first thing you need is a solicitor. Go and talk to Frank. He'll know someone. He always knows someone.
But Bernard McAllister could see it was very old.
Which is why they brought the archaeologists in.
This is a nightmare.
Thing is, they don't know whether the Viking died there or his skeleton was moved during the Great Museum Raid of '33.
Museum raid?
Well, that's what the local history society think. They've come up with all sorts of theories, dug back through the records, doomsday book, the lot.
No, just a minute. Let me get this straight. You mean that all the remedial work on the pub has ceased until they've completed this archaeological dig?
Definitely. They say it's a very important find. It can't be disturbed. So you'll have to negotiate with them before you can even think of reopening the Woolpack.
Exciting, though, isn't it?
Exciting? You any idea what this is going to cost me while the pub's closed? I've got Frank Tate and Ernie Shuttleworth and Vic Windsor all trying to steal my customers. Now I'm being sabotaged by a Viking. It's a disaster.
Ta-da!
Seems to be mainly bills. Oh, hang on a minute, what's this? This looks a bit more promising. Ah, a congratulatory card to us both. Oh, from my son.
Oh. Oh, nice thought.
Yeah. Yes, we haven't heard anything from your family, though, have we? Don't you think we ought to try and get in contact with them again?
Oh, why?
Well, because I'm proud of our marriage. I don't want there to be any bad feeling about it anywhere.
Well, we are going to be far too busy to be bothered with them.
I'm not sure about that. We can't do anything here until these damned archaeologists have finished.
Well, we can make plans. And since the place has been nearly gutted, there's nothing we can't do to it. Could be a blessing in disguise, really.
Yes, maybe.
You know, if people are really interested in history, then maybe we could make a feature of the excavation. I could invent a new Viking cocktail. Serve chips in a longboat for a lunchtime snack.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
Oh, come on, Alan. We're a team now. You've got to let me have some ideas.
Well, yes, of course. I didn't mean that. I meant, well, cashing in somehow. And do you mean we should have a scar from the plane crash as an attraction for tourists?
Look, if Ernie Shuttleworth tried it, maybe not. But if you do, it would be done with taste, Alan.
Yes.
See, I just don't know what to do, Frank. I don't know the first thing about lawyers, solicitors and all that.
Yeah, it sounds like she's playing on that. Some people just get scared stiff at the mere sight of a solicitor's letter. I know to use them myself.
What, you think she's doing the right thing, then?
I was talking business, not the future of a human being.
But Nick's still going to need a solicitor for this custody battle.
Of course. But I reckon there are things we can do before that. Now, the way I see it, you've let her call all the shots. She snatches Alice and then she threatens you with her solicitor. It's about time you started hitting back, lad.
Yeah, but how?
She's not the only one who can use the law. Now, do you have a formal care and control order from the courts?
Yeah.
Then she's way out of order taking Alice like that. Now, look, I'll see my solicitor. We'll see if we can't get a quick legal hearing.
So you think there's a chance I might get her back, then?
For the moment, at least. You're still going to have to go through the courts, though.
Well, look, I just want her back with me, Frank. It's where she belongs.
Well, if you want it to be permanent, you better get yourself organised.
Just tell me what I've got to do.
I'm not rushing you to come back to work until you're ready, but the court's going to see that as a sign that you're getting back on your feet. And you're going to have to show them that you can organise child care for when you do get back.
Well, the council have got a list of registered childminders. I'll give them a call. I just hope they're not all booked up.
Well, in the meantime, we can get Mum to come and stay. She'll help out till we've got things sorted.
Extended family? Court should like that.
I was really scared after I'd seen Elsa. But now it looks like everything might be all right after all. Frank, I don't know how to thank you.
It's okay. I'm glad to help. I know how I'd feel if someone tried to snatch my kids. Besides, I'll take the fees out of your wages when you get back, so don't get too carried away.
Doesn't Viv mind you piling all this junk up in here?
This isn't junk. This is a pianola.
Yeah.
It's a valuable antique.
This is supposed to be your storeroom.
Well, Viv understands. You've got to diversify these days. I mean, look at Frank Tate. All those businesses, he still wants more.
Yeah.
You've got the game farm and the wool pack yourself.
Well, actually, we're thinking of selling the game farm.
Ah, all the more reason to make the wool pack your showpiece. And here is the jewel in your crown.
Well, this is going to be my wedding present to you, if the price is right.
Well, you wouldn't normally find something like this except at Sotheby's, would you? And you know what that'd be like? You'd be competing with dealers, collectors, scratch an itch, price goes up another couple of £100.
Yeah, but this is hardly Sotheby's, is it, Vic?
Which is why this is your lucky day. I'm a reasonable man. You get the bargain of a lifetime, I get to make a small profit.
Well, you can cut the sales pitch and I'll tell you what I'm prepared to pay.
It do seem right. All this insurance money people are getting, and I'm not getting a penny.
Well, I don't understand it. Weren't you insured?
Aye, from day we bought house, over 30 years ago.
Well, then they've got to pay you.
It's all Mac's fault. She always did paperwork at our house. Then when she went, I didn't know what were important and what weren't important. So I missed my last premium. So cut me off without a bean.
£2.12, please. Good news about your daughter, isn't it?
Another wedding on way.
Yes, maybe. Thanks very much.
She don't seem right pleased about it.
Well, I'm not surprised. I've heard they've got to get married.
Hey?
Well, Jessica's pregnant.
You gave me change for 20. I only gave you 10.
Oh, thank you for being honest.
Well, I always think honesty is the best policy. And incidentally, Jessica's not pregnant. They're just two young people who happen to be in love.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know people tend to gossip in a village like this, but please, don't do it in front of my husband. Bye.
She drives a hard bargain, your missus.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she?
We're going to have to leave it here in storage for a couple of weeks till we finish the work at the wool pack, though.
OK.
And can we go through the shop? On our way out, I've just remembered we've come back to an empty larder.
Just as long as you don't start haggling about the baked beans.
Ha!
Would you serve this customer, Vic? I promised I'd go and see Sarah up at Emmerdale. And I hope you can get that stockroom cleared now. I can't find anything in there. It's like a pigsty.
Hope I'm not causing you any problems.
Of course not.
Good to see you two back home, Mr. Turner.
Oh, thank you, Seth. Seth, look, we need to have a word about the game farm.
You're right, dear. There's a lot of work to be done up here.
Yes. Yeah, well, Seth, the thing is...
Yeah.
Oh, well, look, it's early days yet. We've got a lot to do. We'll talk about it later.
What's all that about?
Well, I'm not sure, Seth, but I think it might have something to do with them selling the game farm. So I'd get that chat in quickly if I was you.
Hey, are you still at that? Well, it's a long job. It's more damage than we thought. You should have finished by dinner time, and then made a start narrowing. Well, I'll get onto it when I can.
Oh, it's too late now. Hardly more than an hour daylight left.
Look, just get off my back, will you, Joe? I'm doing my best.
Yeah, well, maybe if you concentrated on your work more, you would do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, Michael. Everyone knows you've got a bee in your bonnet about Eric Pollard. Now, if he'd gone to the police after you hit him, you could have ended up nicked again.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing to do with you, that is it, Joe?
Oh, it has, if it affects your work. Believe it or not, I'm trying to help you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that temper of yours has got you in a lot of trouble over the years. I thought you were trying to settle down now, make a fresh start.
Well, like I said, none of your business.
Okay, Michael, have it your own way. Just finish that, and then start on the harrowing.
Sir?
Great. Right, well, I'll see you later. Bye. Mum's coming over tonight.
Oh, good.
Such a weight off my mind, Kathy. You and Frank have been great the way you've helped out. Especially considering you've got enough trouble of your own.
That's what families are for, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry if there's anything I can do for you.
I don't think anyone can, thanks, Nick.
Oh, Kathy, I know it looks bad at the moment, but things might get better.
I don't see how.
Well, when you move into the new house, and Frank's had all these ramps and stuff put in, Chris will better get around for himself then.
You think that'll make a difference?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, all these modern inventions that you read about. Chris will still be able to work, he can get a computer in. Well, keep him occupied.
Won't help me much, though, will it?
Well, no, but at least he'll not be dependent on you. You'll still have a life.
I gave up any chance of that the night that plane dropped.
Kathy, I know it feels like that,
It's
but...
always going to feel like that, Nick. I don't love him. I haven't loved him for a very long time, since long before all this happened.
Well, I know things weren't going too well between you both.
No, it's more than that. I was going to leave him to run off with someone else. Josh. We were having an affair.
Well, it's not as if Chris hadn't given you reason. He could be a real pig sometimes, but...
It's not like me.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I didn't go out looking for an affair. I tried to make my marriage work, even after I'd met Josh.
Hey, look, Kathy, you don't need to explain yourself
Don't you
to me.
understand? I need to talk. I've hated lying to you. The best help you can give me is just to listen, please. Now, Lynn knows, of course, but that's no help. She's the expert on affairs herself, so she can't understand why I don't just leave Chris and go to Josh.
Is that what you want?
I don't have that choice, Nick. I can't.
You're right, Kathy, yeah. I don't understand.
When I saw Chris lying under that rubble, it was like a punishment for what I'd done, for what I was planning to do.
That is ridiculous. Chris, Archie, what happened wasn't a judgment from God. It was a terrible accident.
In my head, I know you're right. But I can't change the way I feel. I know I've got to be there for him. Look after him. I just hope I'll be able to cope with it all.
I'll back you.
Yeah, and I'll back you. Isn't that what brothers and sisters are for?
OK, kids, time to go home.
It's early. Yeah, we've got ages. Mum's down at the farmhouse. She'll call us when she's ready.
I don't want to go.
Oh, look, don't give me any grief. I've got to get that tractor over to the top field and start the harrowing. Otherwise, he'll be on to me about that, too.
Give us a ride on it.
No chance.
Go on, give her a ride. We'll go quietly.
We won't tell Joe.
Yeah, well, you'd better not. Just for a minute, all right?
Can't you go a bit faster?
Hey, this is a tractor, not a Formula One racer, you know.
I bet you can get more speed than that chicken.